Hello, 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 ladies and germs. This is Larry. I am standing out in the cold right now. I get real close. And I'm going to talk to you about a situation that occurred this weekend in the city of San Francisco, the lovely gay city of San Francisco. I'm a big fan. Let's just give you kind of a introduction to this story because the stories need introductions when you're telling them, I guess. Um, I am a big fan of Kevin Smith and his films, and recently, over the last, I'd say, 6 months or so, I've become really fond of the podcast that he does, the Smodcast, and the various other shows that he does on the Smodcast podcast network. I went so far as to, when we went to our trip to Los Angeles, or Disneyland, I made a journey to the Smod Castle on Santa Monica Boulevard between Wilcox and Cole, and the John Lovitz Comedy Club on Universal City Walk, just to take photos in the locations where he does his podcast, because I'm a big dork. That was a burp. In case you were wondering, I don't know if you knew that. That almost was as well. But let's get back to the story. So, found out via Facebook that Jason Mewes was going to be doing his show, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, at the Warfield in San Francisco. And not only was he going to be doing his show, but they were also going to be doing Smodcast with Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. Yes, I fumbled with the name even though I listen to it a lot. And so I decided I was going to go to that, and I went. It was a really good price for the tickets, $44 to go see two shows. Not bad. Parked at the parking lot around, like, literally behind the Warfield, and go in. I thought that there was some irony to the fact that, hold on a sec. Gotta pause my iPod and take a deep breath, because breathing is hard when you're as fat as I am. I thought it was ironic that, well, I guess ironic might not be the word. You can determine it for yourself when I tell you that the seats in the Warfield are incredibly small, and if you've ever, been to a Kevin Smith show, you would know that the demographic is typically overweight guys, look just like me, balding with really shitty looking beards, and so I went by myself, and I was, crammed in like a sardine next to, various me's, and, enjoyed the show. Smodcast went first. It was really good. It was pretty funny. And then after that, they took a break for 10, 15 minutes. I went out and had a cigarette. Pouring rain, but boring. Let's skip through that. Show ends. CJ and Silent Bob, funny. They're very good what they do. Much better than I am at telling the story. And so the show ends, and much like anything, especially when you're in nosebleeds like I was, you're almost the last person out of the theater. So as I'm heading out, I see Jason Mewes' wife, Jordan. She's at the door, or not the door, the place where they give out, or you sell, not give out, they don't give you anything, merchandise, the merchandise booth. And then I see Jason Mewes, and, like I said, I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith's movies, so obviously I enjoy Jay. I think he's a funny dude. And talked to him for a minute, and I gave him a hat, you know, that kind of thing. That was kind of as I was heading out the door, or heading towards the parking garage. And, yeah, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I got to meet Jason Mewes. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Not saying that, you know, I don't like him or anything. It just wasn't that big of a deal. Bear with me, I'm going to light another cigarette, because this is the only time I have to smoke is when my son is unconscious. Love Dejaron Blacks. Love them. So I think, you know, that's pretty fucking cool. Got to meet somebody from a movie that I enjoy. And, pay no mind. You know, they're out by the bus that Kevin Smith talks about all the time in his podcasts, that he started taking after he was booted off of a plane for being too fat. Again, that's where the irony comes in, I guess. So, I'm kind of walking with a bit of a pep in my step. You know, enjoyed the show, met somebody I admire, and I get to the parking garage. Lo and behold, the garage is locked up. This is about 12:30 at night. Then, to make matters worse, my cell phone dies. So I can't even call the garage to be like, hey, you know, I'm fucking locked out. So then I have to walk back over to Kevin Smith's bus, and in front of the bus is a group of eager fans anxiously hoping that Kevin Smith will plop his head out of the door and, like, wave at them or shake their hands or interact in any kind of way, because, you know, they're fans. I'm a big fucking fanboy. I ideally would have wanted the same thing. There's, like, people dressed up like fucking Silent Bob and shit, and it's just, you know, I mean, it's kind of corny, but whatever. But I'm freaking out because I'm locked out of... I live in Stockton. I'm in San Francisco, and my means of transportation is locked in a garage, and there's no way that I can get to it. So I borrow an iPhone. First time I've ever used a fucking iPhone, because I'm poor. I'm not poor, but I digress. And I call my mom. She lives in Hayward. It's closer than Stockton. I ask her to come and get me, but I'm stuck in the fucking rain, and it's, I don't know if you know, but in the Bay Area, it's been raining and windy as shit. So I'm getting hit fucking hard with rain. I soak literally from head to toe, and in that weather, it takes about, I would say, what would normally take 45 minutes to an hour, took more like an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes of a drive to get to where I was at. So I stood out in the wind and rain for almost close to 2 hours. And during that time, you know, because where the Warfield is, there's an area where the bus is parked, conveniently enough, that has an overhang, and, you know, the bus was also blocking a lot of the wind and rain. So, see Jason Mewes a couple of times, you know, because they're waiting for Clovis, the bus driver, and everything to go. I said, fuck it, you know, fortune favors the bold. I just, you know, decided to go knock on the bus door and see if, you know, I could just say what's up to Kevin Smith, you know, tell him I admire his podcasting and the things that he's doing with Red State. And I meet his assistant. I guess it's his assistant. She's with him all the time. She was literally walking his fucking dog. Megan. I mean, she's a sweet fucking lady. I, you know, asked her if there was any way that Kevin Smith could come out and just, like, say a few words to me and a few other people. The guy dressed up as Silent Bob, and, you know, the random losers that were sitting out in front of the bus. I mean, I'm one of those random losers, so I'm not, knocking anybody. And she, tells me that he had, basically after the show was over, gone under the bus, called his daughter, and went to sleep. Understandable, it's almost fucking 1 o'clock at night. So, she says, oh, well, just give me an email, and I'll, give you your information, and I'll make sure that we send something to you, or something to that effect. Very cool. She was very, very nice. Actually, everybody that was, with him was very, very nice. They're all nice people. They all, I had mentioned to Jay, kind of in passing, what was going on, and throughout that time that I was stuck out there, he and a couple of the other people working at the merchandise booth that night would come out, be like, are you okay? Just kind of check on me, and, I thought that was really fucking cool. But, needless to say, it was kind of weird, like, like I said, I got to the point where, because I had nothing better to do, I just kind of seemed creepy. I'm standing out in the rain, in front of this bus, like, can I meet Kevin Smith? That would be awesome. And, just walking the dog. Can I take a picture with the dog? And who the fuck does that? Who asks to take, like, that's like, fucking, can I take a picture of your shit, please? Is he gonna take a shit? I'd really like to take a picture of it. So, I'm sure that they had endless amounts of laughs at my expense on that ride back to Los Angeles that night. But who gives a fuck, right? So, yeah, I get picked up, and I go to my mom's, and I end up having to, because my clothes are entirely soaked from head to toe, I had to wear a pair of my mom's sweats and an oversized fucking Tigger shirt and sleep on a couch. Not the way that I wanted the night to end. I would have much preferred, driving home and laying in my own comfortable bed with my beautiful wife. I get up the next day, have breakfast, and hop on the BART, which on Sundays, I don't know if you know this, they don't run every 15 minutes like they normally do. It's more like every 30 to 45 minutes. And I missed the bus or the train that I was supposed to take to get towards San Francisco, so I had to wait like 40 fucking minutes. And it's raining again, so it's 2 days in a row I'm stuck in the fucking rain. I get it. I finally get out to San Francisco, and it's bright and sunny, and things are looking up. I was able to charge my phone a little bit at my mom's, and I, start strolling over to where the carport is. Get to the carport, it's still fucking locked. And my phone dies again. So I can't, fucking call anybody yet again. I end up going over to the Warfield because I figure, this is a parking garage attached to the Warfield. They obviously know, the numbers to the place, or anything. People there were fucking dicks. They did not want to help me at all. They're like, well, why can't you call them? I was like, dude, my fucking phone is dead. I'm trapped out here. I live in fucking Stockton. My wife is at home pregnant, sick. Can you just fucking help me out? And I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but I want to reach into this fucking booth where this dude is at and just fucking pull him into the glass and just start smashing his fucking face. Because he's just total dick. I finally fucking go back to the garage, and I find a cell phone number at the office for the garage. And, again, my phone is dead, so I had to fucking scrounge up change like a fucking homeless person and beg for, beg so I can get the change to call my wife, give her the number, and then she fucking just ripped the guy a new asshole. And I call her back. She says, oh, they'll be there in 15 minutes. Walk to the garage. Guy fucking pulls up. He's like, your wife, I don't know. She, very heavy Filipino accent. I don't know why, but she yells at me and my people. They stay there till the show ends at 11. It did not end at 11. I was walking out of there at fucking 12:30. They stayed there till 1 o'clock in the morning. Was not the truth, because like I said, I just was there at 12:30 that night. And I said, well, my wife is pregnant, dude. Oh, I understand completely. And get my car, and I, finally get to go home. But what was supposed to be this awesome fucking night turned into this huge fucking pain in the ass. And it's made me reflect on the things that I do to associate myself with people that I admire, and it's really fucking stupid. Nobody deserves that kind of hero worship. I mean, I'm sure that, you know, as much as you admire people, once you fucking get to know them, I'm sure that they're just dicks who think that they're better than you. But I did not get that impression. I cannot say enough good things about the people that I encountered during this whole incident. And, I just want to say, thank you to Megan at View Askew for being so fucking cool. Thank you to Jason Mewes for fucking, aside from being funny, being a just all-around nice person. And, that's gonna be probably it. Oh, one more thing. Today is, what's today? The 23rd of March. Elizabeth Taylor died. And I go on, and I'm making jokes because who fucking gives a fuck, right? But you start to see all these fucking people hopping on fucking Facebook and Twitter like, oh, we lost somebody truly great. She was so beautiful and blah blah blah. Like they gave a fuck. Who gave a fuck yesterday? Nobody. Nobody. So it goes back to what I was talking about before. People fucking worship these famous people when they don't deserve it. Elizabeth Taylor was not a... I mean, yes, she gave money for fucking AIDS and, I mean, it's easy to give money when you have an exorbitant amount of it, but she fucking fucked around with everybody and their mama and, was married thousands of times and I mean, people, like, they have a selective memory when it comes to her. And when it comes to celebrities in general when they die. And I hope that, when the time finally comes that I die, that I'm famous so people actually act like I was somebody worth a damn. But I doubt it. I think that, that kind of... that kind of adulation is reserved specifically for people that have been in movies or played basketball or, sang fucking Beat It yet molested children. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm running out of things to say and I'm saying a lot. But that was my my Smodem fucking Apple Smodem little video entry for March 23rd, 2011. I'll see you guys all May 22nd, 2011, after the world doesn't end. You have a great day. Kiss the tip. Just saying.